A leadership shakeup at Conestoga College tonight as President John Tibbits steps down after 40 years. Good evening. Tibbits made the announcement earlier today, weeks ahead of his planned retirement date and following a tumultuous year for the college that saw layoffs, cuts, and Tibbits himself grilled by a House of Commons committee over the impact of the international student boom. Let's bring in CTV's Colton Wiens for more on this tonight. And Colton, you've been speaking with two union leaders that represent many staff at the college. How are they taking the news?
Well, Alexandra, they are shocked. The union leaders tell me it came as a complete surprise today, saying they're happy about the news and have already reached out to the interim president in hopes of forming a relationship that is more transparent than what they had with Tibbits.
Definitely wasn't on my bingo card for 2026.
The Ontario Public Services Employees Union Locals 237 and 238, which represent faculty and support staff at Conestoga College, surprised with news of the school's president, John Tibbits, stepping down immediately.
We've requested to sit down and have a good, fulsome, open, transparent conversation about the decisions that have been recently made. With the hope to look for maybe some reconsideration changes, as well as looking to the future with the selection process for looking at a new president, that the locals be included.
In an email sent to all the school students and employees today on behalf of the college president, Tibbits says in part, "I informed the Board of Governors that I am retiring as president of Conestoga effective today. I am incredibly proud of how Conestoga has grown, adapted, and remained nimble in meeting those needs while never losing sight of the student experience." Tibbits says he planned to retire 2 years ago, but deferred it a few times to support continuity during a period of significant change, adding as he gets older and following the recent passing of his brother and his partner 4 years ago, he feels it's time to spend more time with family. As for the college, the email says Norma MacDonald-Ewing will serve as interim president while the board searches for the next leader.
I will be optimistic until I cannot be optimistic. We have both worked with Norma over the years when she was faculty. So again, I mean, I know Norma and I do hope that on a professional level that we'll be able to proceed forward.
The ship is headed towards the rocks. The captain abandoned ship. The new captain's on board. We want to work with that captain to redirect the course of the ship.
Union leaders say they haven't had much of a relationship with Tibbits, something they hope changes with a new president.
It's been since about 2016, 2017, and there's been a handful of times that we have met. There is no collaboration as I see in other college leadership.
We hope for, and we will expect it. And if we don't, then we'll have to take further action.
Tibbits faced criticism as hundreds of college employees were laid off in 2024 after he was named as the region's highest paid public sector worker. Then in December, 181 full-time faculty and 197 support staff were laid off, which came as another surprise to the unions just before the holidays. Since then, Local 237 has filed 124 grievances, and Local 238 has 20 to 30 grievances in the works.
What they're doing is basically they're stating that the college cannot currently afford the level of full-time staff and faculty that we currently have. So they've reduced it down to part-time, lower pay, lower benefits, cost model.
The college declined an interview request. However, the chair of the Board of Governors, Martha George, wrote an email to students and employees extending best wishes to Tibbits, adding the board is confident in the school's future. Now, the unions also want management to share more information with them around their decisions to better get help guide the college, and they want to know how much Tibbits' retirement will cost and whether the next president will be earning an over $600,000 salary like Tibbits did. Alexandra.
All right, Colton, we'll be keeping an eye on how things develop. Thanks for this.